So it's pretty rare that I get to do a video on a car that I haven't even seen yet. Lexus just announced the new TZ, or for my American friends, and probably every other country, TZ. I'm Dustin Mason from Performance Lexus in St. Catharines. Make sure you hit like and subscribe for more Lexus content. This is a monumental shift to the brand because this is our first 3-row fully electric SUV. But as Lexus usually does, I'm sure it's much more than that. So let's dig into some first impressions on my laptop here. So the first thing that I noticed when it comes to the TZ that impressed me was the presence. Lexus didn't go with like a conservative, soft bodyline type architecture. Instead, Lexus went for the presence. What I mean by that is the side profile. You can see a lot of sharp lines, both feeding from the fenders to the doors, and even when you look at it head on, the car itself is just super squared off and definitely has that big presence. Now, I've been driving the TX lately, and I don't know a whole lot about the TZ in person yet. But at first I thought, well, this is probably just a TX with an electric motor strapped to it. But once I dove into it, if it is a TX, it must be the next generation TX. And by the way, I've been driving the TX for the last couple days, and I'm gonna do a video on that soon, because I think Lexus even made some changes to the TX without telling us. Everything from the driving dynamics to some quality things, everything has gotten a little bit better. And this TZ might just be the new generation TX, which is crazy because it's only a couple years old. In terms of what the T stands for, now with the TX, we know that that stood for thoughtful, meaning everybody in the cabin had the same amenities, space, and comfort as a first-class seat in an airliner. The TZ seems to be more of that lounge vibe. Sort of what the market's been doing when it comes to EVs is brands realize that, okay, with an electric vehicle, you can make the car more than just a car. And with the TZ, I think what that means is a lounge. So more of like that Lexus lounge, which we see the brand represent in many different ways. The outside, back to the outside, we have that EV front grille, some sharp body lines, and then the back looks super European actually. This kind of reminds me of some of those other brands like Rivian, like some of the EVs coming out of China. Very cool, very dynamic, definitely sticks out and is different than every other Lexus on the road. Also, we see that new taillight, LEX US, embedded in the actual lighting itself. The pictures of the interior show us a different layered layout. So that big dash with different dimensions, a lot of high-end materials, all again going with that lounge theme, or so I guess anyway. So in that lounge theme, we see some decorations, we see some artwork, we see lots of space, lots of layers, and of course, the latest technology. Deep diving into this interior lounge, of course, we have things like a panoramic roof. That's probably gonna be standard on most models. Again, if you're a driver, it's not gonna make a big difference to you, but if you're a passenger in the back, let me tell you, having that glass roof above your head, it's super nice. Makes that cabin feel even bigger. We have the 3 rows, of course, with some space behind that 3rd row, just like the TX. So you can have 6 people and 6 carry-on luggages, I'm sure, and you can fold down those seats when you don't need them and, do what I do and go to Home Depot sometimes. The front area, the front cockpit is really impressive to me. We have that new screen. We have some nice layered dash here with some artwork. Lexus always does a really good job of flexing craftsmanship, and that's what I feel like that dashboard is doing. I can already tell one of my favorite features of the new IS is incorporated into this as well. That is the new volume knob. I know it sounds silly, but it's like a scrolly wheel, and it's super high quality material. It's got a nice click to it. It's right below the screen in the center. I really like it. Great job, Lexus. Really impressed with that. I can see the haptic hidden buttons like from the ES. So now we're merging IS and ES as well into this cabin. I can see those hidden buttons there. So there's like a leather dash and underneath is a physical button. That's what that is. So again, luxury in 2026 is simple, simplicity, calmness interior. And that's what that is giving. We see some of that ambient lighting. We see some of that bamboo. Love the white interior. I know a lot of people in the comments are gonna say, oh, you shouldn't have white interior if you have kids because it's gonna stain. But guess what? Lexus has really good seat material for that. And you can just get interior protection, which I'm a big fan of as well. Comes with a warranty, they clean your seats, it's great. I see some different trim here on the seats, some ultra suede. And by the way, this layered seat, I use that word a lot, layered. This layered seat is the broader shoulder seat. So it's almost like an extra pillow around your upper body. Big fan of that. We got the electronic door latch. We got that removable center console in that second row. I see some amenities there, probably heated and cooled second row, something like that. Ambient lighting throughout. That one looks really Star Wars-y. Big fan of the brown seats. Even that third row, we see things like Ultra Suede, because just because you're sitting in the back doesn't mean you should have any less amenities than the front two seats. And that's pretty much that. The interior, definitely giving me that Lexus lounge vibe, maybe spa mixed in there. I'm sure there's gonna be some extra features once that gets released, and I will get to drive one of these soon too, so I'll be able to check out the interior more in depth. Also, super happy to see that Lexus has gone with the motorized opening for the NACS charger. And by the way, this charger looks like it has AC and DC, so you have different levels of charging, and you press a button and it actually folds out of the car. We've seen Porsche do this, we've seen some other high-end brands do this, so I'm glad to see Lexus following suit. Some other specs and things to talk about. Let's talk about the powertrain. So the nice thing with going with something like a TZ is there is more space for batteries and battery capacity. So what we're expecting is over 400 horsepower from a direct 4 all-wheel drive system. That's a similar system to what we saw come out on the RX 500h, meaning the power goes where it needs to go and not anywhere it doesn't need to go. I guess that's what you could say. Battery options, we're expecting 2 battery options, a 77 kilowatt pack and a larger 95.8 kilowatt pack. However, that's speculation right now, but I think that is what's gonna happen. The range is going to be up to 300 miles. That's probably with the bigger battery pack. I just wanna know if there's gonna be a frunk. That's really what I'm most excited about. I doubt it because it's all-wheel drive, but that'd be pretty cool if it had a frunk. In terms of seating configuration, it looks like a 6-passenger, so not the 7-passenger, and this is to keep that first-class seating arrangement, I'm sure. We have some sustainable craftsmanship. I can already see some of the bamboo layering like we saw with the ES video that I did. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. That is our other new EV to the market, the ES 500. And similar to the ES 500, the bamboo is really cool because what it is actually a translucent material and is backlit from behind. That really reminds me of a spa. Maybe the TZ is actually more of a spa than a lounge. And that's what a lot of EVs have been doing because now you can incorporate different sounds, you can incorporate different experiences into the cabin, things like calming music and animations and stuff to do while you charge. We know it's gonna have the latest safety sense, so that's gonna be 4.0, it's gonna have all of the latest autonomy style driving assists, as well as that built-in dash cam that we saw on the ES. Super cool. Built-in dash cam, the built-in motion sensor I'm a big fan of now too, and that's starting to come out on a lot of our Lexuses. In terms of what all this means for driving, because you're probably thinking, what do you need that much power for? This is a family hauler. Now, from my experience with the TX the last couple days, and by the way, some of my colleagues thought it was pretty funny that my new demo for the summer is going to be a TX, because I am the last person that needs a TX. It's just me, my fiance, and 2 Goldens to be our kids' family thing, a golden doodle and a golden retriever. But to me, having the bigger vehicle is more than that. The occasional friend group outing to dinner or the occasional trip to the cottage where we want our paddle boards and just our lifestyle, that combined with the fact that most of our bigger SUVs, GX, LX, TX included, give you that bigger wheelbase and that softer ride. So it is more of like that luxury sedan from the late 90s, early 2000s. And the difference is it's an SUV, a people moving SUV that doesn't necessarily need to be used for people. And that's where the TZ I think is going to lie. I'm very impressed with that side profile shot. I'm super impressed with some of the colors that they show in the release. Things like that green on brown interior, definitely love that, especially because it looks like it's not even nori green. It looks like something better than that. We see the new door handles. Again, I explore that in my ES video, so seeing a more usable electronic latch, even though I currently love the current electronic latch. Some cool spindle style wheels. Presence like the GX in a TX is what the TZ reminds me of. I know I'm just throwing a lot of numbers and letters at you, but that's what it looks to me. I've had a couple people already reach out to me looking to order a TZ, and that was before they even knew it was electric, just based on the presence and the way it looks. So who knows? Maybe this is what the new TX is going to look like. And if so, I'm pretty impressed, Lexus. So good job. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the TZ, if you saw the release, what you think it's gonna compete with, if you would buy one of these, and overall, what your favorite Lexus SUV is right now. I'm Justin Mason from Performance Lexus in St. Catharines. Make sure you hit like and subscribe for more Lexus content.